Hi, everybody. Happy February 2024. It's the new year. Wow, already a month in. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. And we're starting fresh again with our self-love meditation on a group level. So we have our friend here, the Enlighten Me frequency generator. We've already introduced it a couple of times in the recordings before, and the replays, if you want to watch them. They're on my YouTube channel, True Phoenix Life. So now I think we're going to just shortly introduce what the Enlighten Me frequency generator does for us. It lifts up our energies. It brings us to highly elevated space where we perceive consciousness from a different perspective. We are more aware of what is going on in our bodies, in our subconscious minds, and we pull out those false statements, limiting beliefs, also with the frequency of the yam, and release them once and for all. Yeah, beautiful. So every day we have a different topic. We're doing the self-love meditations now on a weekly basis. Eduardo, would you like to tune in
Oh,
and
yeah.
see what's the topic for today? We are going to include this group and everybody watching on YouTube.
Yeah. And the first thing that was coming through when Vivian was talking about the Enlighten Me, and once again, it's just a frequency generator. And the question is like, what is that? Is it a box of rocks? Do I really need it? The true answer is no. What you really need is your connection to your health, your yourself, your higher self. That's funny. I said health. That's funny.
Yeah.
I slipped. But that's cool. You need it to your health, to your wealth, your inner being. That's what we're talking about. But this is an amplifier. It's almost like the image that I'm getting is that I felt somebody say, like, why do I need this? Like, what is that? And you don't need it. There's different types of ways to meditate. This is like an amplifier. This is like really tuning in, like with a radio station, really. And also what was coming through is that it's like a flashlight at night. You could have one that's really dim, like if it's dark and you could barely see, but if it's really bright, then that really helps. That's what the image that came through. I've never seen that one before. So, anyways, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to feel into the group's energy, and we're just going to pick a theme and we're going to work on that. And like I said, we're going to call out limiting beliefs. These are false. And what you want to do is just let these rise to the surface, let them go. And later on, when we make a shift or we're going to do truth, if we ask for something with truth, this is what you want to feel. You want to integrate. Always let it just absorb it into every level of your being, your energetic body, so to speak. Let me see. As I feel into the group's energy, I'm going to ask everybody just taking a deep breath. Taking a deep breath for about 4 seconds. Hold. And gently breathe out. And do that for a few more cycles. At the same time, unattach. If you know how to cut cords, and that just means to release anybody you're thinking about, talking about, just let them go. Even children, if they're over the age of 2, just let go of them. Just trust them, trust the people. What we're doing here is putting yourself first, raising your frequency. If any thoughts come, just let them go by. Taking that breath again, gently breathe out. As I feel into the group's energy, there's an energy here saying that I first saw the word harm, HARM. I'm harmed. And it's a harm of what? And then I saw the February and it was like the harm of the new year. And it didn't make sense. And it doesn't have to. And I asked my higher self, my essence, to explain it more. I said, oh, it's a new year. And some people are saying, like, oh, am I ready for February? Like, because it's such a switch. Like at the beginning, we had just talked about, wow, it's another month. Like, give me 5. Like, oh, it's all great. So really it's like, um, is it for me? Can I go forward? I'm afraid to move forward. That's what it is. I'm afraid to move forward. And specifically, let's get very specific here. Let's get specific. This is about moving forward in your life. And I also saw the word surroundings. So this is going to be very specific to your life, not exactly your life purpose, just in your surroundings and really to you personally. How does that feel?
Yeah.
Okay. And if you feel
It feels
clarification,
really
please let
good.
me know. Okay.
Moving forward individually for every person.
Great. Okay. And once again, how this is going to work is that I'm just going to bring in this frequency, this energy here as an amplifier. And then I'm going to ask for the first limiting belief as that we have as a collective, as a group here, about moving forward with our life. Let it rise to the surface when I say this word. Don't dwell on it. Sometimes I even see like a word popping out of me and just going to the sun. You could imagine even a tornado around you if you want, a white tornado, taking this energy out and then we'll work with it there. I'm going to be calling these out. The first one, and please continue to breathe if you can, especially if you're not operating heavy machinery or doing something dangerous, and totally cool to multitask. The first limiting belief here I don't have enough information to move forward. I don't have enough information to move forward. Just allow these words to pop up and let it go into the sun. Oh, cool. The next one says, I don't have enough knowledge to move forward. Very similar to the first, but this one's very specific in like an area of life where I need more knowledge. I need more learning. Nope. You're perfect. You have the knowledge already inside you, your higher self, your essence. I don't have enough knowledge. Let this just rise up from your beingness, wherever it's at, and let it go into the sun. Beautiful. What's the next limiting belief for the group to clear about moving forward in your life? I can't move forward if I don't know my past. Yeah, that's a that's a terrible limiting belief. It's okay to accept your past and just make peace with it, whatever you have to do, forgiveness, just move forward. I cannot move forward without like remembering and knowing my past. You are this moment. This moment is what matters. Just let that go about the past. I'm feeling it in my belly button below it. I'm just going to smile, taking that breath, release fully. No. What's the next limiting belief about moving forward? I saw the word cash. I don't have enough money to move forward. Yeah, that's a limiting belief. There's many ways to do it. And also steps. I'm seeing like steps. Allow yourself to grow. And also the word partnership. Whatever you're doing, if you need to make a partnership with somebody or something or whatever, possibilities. So I need money to move forward in my life. Just let that go. Let it rise up. Let it go into the sun. Beautiful. Perfect. The next limiting belief. It says I need to be bigger. First, I felt it like I'm too small. And at first I said, I need to be bigger. I need to be bigger. Bigger could be even having more money or just having more skills or having more power, even more muscles, whatever the limiting belief is, whatever, however you feel it. I need to be bigger. I need to have more power. I need to be like an agency, like just little old me. No, just let that go. There's a fear under there. Let that fear go about being who you are right now, whatever it means. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's go up to the next. We're going to do 2 more here. The next limiting belief about moving forward. I need to know how it turns out. It's feeling like I need a clear roadmap. Like I'm seeing like a plan, which it sounds beautiful.
And I'm seeing hesitation to move forward because of a lack of security to know whether it's gonna turn out as the mind imagines it to turn out. To turn out.
Yeah. So what's going on here is that the mind wants too many details instead of trusting your inner self, your higher self. Of course, we could plan or ask our higher self or essence the direction to go, but not the map. Like what happens at the end? It's like wanting to read the last page in a book. It's like, I have to know. Let's get rid of that. I have to know. I want to know. I need to know in order to be successful, whatever it is for you. Just let that go. I need to know what happens at the end. I need a plan. I need it almost like a poster of this. Well, that sounds beautiful. Just let this go. 1, 2, and 3. And if you need another breath, take another breath and let that release that. It's really interesting. I saw a vision board. It's almost like I need a vision board. If you have one, beautiful. If it works for you, that's good. I've had one in a long time ago. I just found a photo of it. But realize that you don't have to have one. Like without that, I'm not successful or whatever the thing is. Okay. Taking a breath. Just let go of anything having to have something in order to succeed. That's procrastination. That's the energy of procrastination. Let's just release that. Wherever you feel it, just laugh. Just let it go into the sun. Perfect. Beautiful. Let's do one more. Let's do one more. Let's see. What's the next one here? About moving forward. Oh, it's a classic one. Comparison. It's almost like that person's doing better than me. She is. Oh, I should write a book. Whatever it is. The grass is always greener on the other side. It's comparison. I'm feeling this one in my chest, kind of ugly. Do you feel like something?
Stomach, yeah.
Yeah. I have to compare myself. They're doing better. Nope. This is where you have to focus on what we're doing. So just taking that deep breath. You can even hold your breath. Allow this to just come out of your body. I need to compare myself. Look what they're doing. Beautiful. So yeah, so taking that gentle breath. And what I'm going to do now, we're going to do 3 truths. We're going to integrate 3 truths about this. And then we'll do a little bit more love work on it. Vivien will do a second part in just a moment here. Do you have anything to add?
No, I will just do a second round. So
Sounds good.
Go ahead with the truth.
Let's see here. Yeah, the first truth to integrate, when you feel this, I just feel it like coming into my being. It's sometimes like a ray of light coming into me, or however you feel it, just breathe it in. So the first truth that's coming in here for this group about about moving forward in life, I have everything I need. Like, it's almost like inside me, right here in my hands, like just in my body, in my beingness. I have everything needed to succeed, to move forward. Just breathe that in. Breathe it in vibrationally. You could say the words, but just let it vibrate within you. Feel it. There we go. What's the next truth we need to hear? I'm successful now. I am successful now. It's okay to be on a road to discovering that or just uncovering it, but you are success now. Just breathe that in. I am success now. N-O-W. That integrates really nicely. Okay, and one more. Let's do one more integration of truth here as we feel into this beautiful energy before us here. It's an interesting truth. I have compassion and joy for myself on my journey, like to move forward. That's what it is. Like, I have compassion and joy. I choose to have compassion and joy. So just integrate that, feel that. Beautiful. That's great. And when you're ready, just you could open your eyes or come back to the space. If anybody has a question, you're welcome to unmute yourself or just ask it in the chat. And like I said, afterwards, we'll go off the recording if people want to ask a question later on. How was that for you?
Yeah, thank you. That was really nice. I enjoyed it. I felt a couple of shifts in my body.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
When I said the one about procrastination, when that one came in, it's like, whoa, I used to be the master of procrastination, especially in high school and a little bit after. Like, I used to miss Friday, not go to school. And after, because I thought I had more days to study for like an exam or just putting things off. And even when it pops up now in my life, I kind of laugh at it. For example, I have a lot of things to do today, and it felt good for me to make a list. I won't show you exactly what it is, and I'll hold it far away so you probably can't see it. But I made a list, and I made all these little check off boxes. And so for me, that works. That's going to work. Sometimes it's I don't have to make a list, but they were just different parts, and I thought I don't want to miss anything there, and it felt good. And for me moving forward, that's going to help me procrastinate not to do that because I put it off a couple of days. It seemed like a little overwhelming. And so sometimes we do need a boost. We do need an assistance in some way, whether it's talking to somebody else or printing out a calendar, whatever works for you, but not just that we're so tied to that. I cannot function without that because you have that beauty, the answer within you.
Yeah, that is beautifully said. So I will continue right away to do the second round. So we're going to pull out some further limiting beliefs about the topic of moving forward in life generally. So you can go ahead and get back into that meditative state again, where you just close your eyes, breathe in for 4, hold for 4, and breathe out for 4. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna have a look at what else is coming up here in that space. Like the first limiting belief is I can't see the future. I can't see what's ahead of me. And therefore I'm hesitating. I'm stopping in my tracks to go the path that I'm meant to go, the path that is my highest good and my greater good. Because I can't see the future. Who knows how the future is going to turn out to be? So we're gonna release that from every level of our being. I know it came up before, but now it feels like we have that ability to go deeper. Okay. The next one, I'm seeing a grandma, and the limiting belief is, what if my family doesn't support me? What if I'm not meant to do this? And this can be replaced with anything that you have in mind, with anything that you have in your awareness, with anything that you want to do. What if my family does not approve of me? Can I still go down that route? Can I still go down that path of the greater good? Can I still become my greatest version if my family doesn't approve of me? So you're going to clear that out. That means other people are holding you back. And the universe is not about approval or acceptance of others. It's about the acceptance of yourself, of who you truly are. Gonna clear that. Okay, let's continue. Here's like, there's like female and male energy here. Let me just see. I'm just seeing like a male energy, and it's saying, I'm not as strong as a man. Men are stronger. I'm weak because I'm a woman. And that's something societal, cultural for some people. Like I'm being shown for Eduardo, that limiting belief popped up because of one of his past lives. It's there. And we're going to release that now. So that's totally not the truth. We are not weak or strong because of our gender. Let's clear that from every level of our being. If I were a man, I would be stronger. That's also not the truth. What's coming up, that's a mind-made excuse for not moving forward. An excuse that at some point we chose to believe in it, whether it was in our past lives or in this lifetime, but we're ready to release that now. Okay, the next one. It's like a confusion. What's coming up is an identity crisis. I'm not who I thought I would be. Who am I? How can I move forward without knowing myself 100%? So we're gonna remove that. We don't have to know ourselves, our true selves, 100% in order to move forward in life. It's a journey of discovering who we truly are. And every little step that we're moving forward on our path, we discover more and more of our truth. And only by moving forward, we discover our truth. It's like I'm being shown that visual of somebody sitting in a car, and he wants to, he's looking at a map because he wants to go to see, I don't know, Alaska, I'm making it up, but he wants to see a certain country. And he's looking at his map, and he's seeing it like on a map, all in theory. This is like a paper map is what I'm being shown, but anyways. So instead of sitting in the car and looking at the map, he also has the option, which is in his greater good, to turn on the car and go travel on a journey to Alaska to see it live, to experience it. That's the journey that we're on, that we're meant to be on, to experience our truth. Okay, let's release that. Okay, release pretty quickly. There's something else coming up. Yeah, just have a look at it. It's like, I feel like the mind is running out of excuses not to move forward. So the last one is, I need excuses. Without excuses, who am I? I need excuses. I'm made up of an excuse. I'm the distraction per se. So it's the mind saying, I am distractions, therefore I need distractions. And whenever we feel ourselves being in that mind space, in that space where we have racing thoughts, in that space where it's difficult to focus on one thing, when in that space where we are overthinking, we can be sure that we are in that mind space, in the conscious mind. And that's a space where nothing's working, where nothing's work. And where there's like one distraction after the other, there's like a lot of fear is what I'm being shown, and a lot of needs. So that is what we call the mind space. So let's clear that, the need for distractions. It's like below that is the need to be in the mind. The need to be busy with thinking, busy with doing what the mind tells you to do, like that need. And below that, we can go even deeper, is that I'm scared. I'm fearful. I'm scared of my greatness. Well, that's there for everyone. So we're going to clear that. We're going to heal that. Because when I'm not occupied with thinking, with doing something, with keeping myself busy, I would be able to focus on myself and to see my greatness. So this is how the mind keeps us busy, so that we don't focus inwardly. I'm gonna clear that. And the truth is, your greatness is you. There's nothing to be afraid of. The mind will come up with different excuses. You will not be accepted by your family, by your relatives, by society. But the truth is, like, the only thing that you wanted in the first place is to be accepted and loved by yourself. And when you're in the mind space, you're out of that space of alignment. You're out of that space of unconditional self-love. So going back to that space of self-love is all you've ever wanted in the first place. You've never wanted it, approval or acknowledgement from others. So let's integrate that. And there needs no fear to be attached to being in love with oneself. Because self-love is not selfish, but the most selfless thing that you can do in the universe. In a space of self-love, we're all one. We're connected with each and every other person, with each and every other being. And that's I'm being shown like a network of light, and that's the beauty of being one. There is no resistance, there is no mind, there is no hesitation, no stopping us from our tracks. So let's integrate that. And there's also a DNA strand that's coming through that is supporting this healing. And that's the DNA strand of like a huge train. Like huge trains, when they are fast, they accumulate speed, then they cannot be stopped. It takes a huge amount of effort to stop the train. So that's what we are. We are trained, and we are settled in our tracks. We are determined, and we cannot be stopped. Yeah. integrate that. Okay, we're just gonna imagine like a tornado of pure consciousness cleansing energy to surround your being. Gonna release anything, any resistance of fully allowing the DNA strand in. Okay. And the truth is, you are you, and you are who you always meant to be, or were meant to be. And you're finally putting off the mask. You're finally seeing your greatness. You're finally seeing who you truly are. What's coming through? It's not like you're taking on another identity, because there is some fear of taking on another identity, taking on another persona. But that's not the clearing that we're doing. It's going back to our roots, going back to seeing ourselves as our true selves, as the whole universe, as love beings. We are all, and I'm being shown the sun, and the sun has different rays of light. So that's the creator, and we're all the creator because we're all a ray of light. We're all individual, but we're all that one unified creator within ourselves. We're individual, but we're all united. That's the word. Yeah, that really seems to be healed. So let's anchor that DNA strand in for everyone. Beautiful. Well, such a beautiful healing. If somebody has a question, it feels like we are finished for today. We finished for today.
That was amazing. Wow. The time just went by really quick. If somebody wants to, you'll be on camera, or you could speak afterwards, or have something in the chat. I thought was really amazing was that when you're doing some of the clearing limiting beliefs, when you said, and what was it? It was like the one with excuses.
Mhm.
Like I need excuses or whatever. It was like, oh my goodness, like that just touched me, because I know even in my past with procrastination, that was like there, and it hadn't occurred to me. And so it's so easy to make an excuse, even a valid excuse. Oh, but I got to do this. I got to, I have to do this. And sometimes there are priorities, but that's when you have to feel into it. Like, am I putting myself first? Right. So that's when you said that, I thought, okay, yeah, that's important, but that's important for that other person. And we still have to speak our truth. Like earlier today, I forgot what you told me. She told me a truth, like, no, I got to do that because that. And I said, good for you. You know what? I said, good for you. That's your truth. I can't, it's not my job to tell her what to do, to try to bully her or get her to do my thing. Vivien's got to do what's right for her. And that's awesome.
Yeah.
So,
maybe we're gonna stop the recording and
we'll stop here.
A little reflection afterwards.
Yeah, let's see. Amparo here says, thank you. It put me in a very relaxed space. I fell asleep. That's actually a good thing. And really, that as long as you don't fall fully asleep, but like you're kind of there, that's really good.
Mhm.
And I know that Kimberly also had something going on with numbers. She said, thank you once again. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much. Oh, you're absolutely welcome. I really appreciate these amazing tune-ins.
Thank you.
And earlier she talked about these numbers where she kept seeing like 22 degrees for her today. Second day, second month, it shows, and all the tens.
That's amazing, Kimberly.
It feels like you have like guides, support by your guides. I'm not into really numerology, or I don't have a book in front of me, but when you said the thing about the number, Kimberly, it felt something about your guides like are with you, like you're in tune, so to speak. So
thank you very much for your beautiful comments. I'm gonna say goodbye to everyone who is watching.
Yeah, bye for now.
Bye for now. Eduardo and myself, Vivien, are both intuitive life coaches and subconscious healers. We offer free self-love meditations on a weekly basis. Feel free to join us.